Hey guys, Farmer Jesse here. So as I talked about in an earlier video, we're going no-till next year, and we're gonna try and take the tractor sort of out of the picture. So today I want to talk about some of our early experiments that we can go ahead and get on with this year. We can't do all the ones we want just because of the way we've set our garden up, but we're hoping to be able to do a lot more of them. So anyway, let's do it. So let me show you my favorite one. I want to start with my prized possession in the sort of no-till experiments here. This right here is what I'm calling the everbed. This tall stuff, the greener stuff, is celery. In between the celery are Salanova. This was already planted to celery, and my interns and I went through and planted Salanova in 4 rows at 6 inches apart in between the celery. Now the goal with this bed is to, essentially we're planting in a really, really hot time, so we want those to be under a little bit of shade. And in order to do so, we use this celery as a sort of like natural shade cloth to shade them for the next 2 weeks, because in about 2 weeks we're gonna cut this celery so it'll have time for that Salanova to establish. We're having to irrigate it a little bit more because it's going to be drinking more water, but we just put down a little bit of compost and shoved those in. Now this bed isn't quite where I want it to be yet, so we still had to use the little trowel to kind of do like a mini broad forking in spots. But you know, the goal is to never, why I'm calling this the everbed, and I explain a little bit of this on the blog post on our website. The reason I'm calling it the everbed is we never want to take a crop out. We always want to have at least 1 crop, if not 2 crops growing in here at all times to capitalize on the photosynthesis and sequester as much carbon as we possibly can by leaving the roots in there. So that's the idea, and I took a soil sample of this, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to monitor how well that works in comparison to the average of our other beds. We had right behind me, right here, we had a bed of turnips, and you can see right there where my finger is. This is really hard to do. That is radishes, but if you look closely, you can see our okra transplants here now. And basically what we did is we cropped out the turnips and we lightly cultivated the top of the soil and we raked it, and then we just shoved those okra right in after that. So there really wasn't much of a bed turnover. It was really just putting those crops back in, just shoving them right in the ground. But one of the cool things that we did here, and I'm gonna show you a couple examples of this, is that right here where we still have some radishes, or had some radishes, you can see that we just went ahead down the row and kept on placing, although one of those didn't get buried, placing the okra right back into the middle of those all the way down. So essentially not even just pretending like the whole bed was ready to plant, because these radishes are about to come out, whatever's left of them. So one of the last ones, we're gonna do several this year, so I'll probably do several videos about no-till bed flipping, but I wanna just show you some of this last one that we're kind of doing is, as soon as this broccoli, we have, underneath me's broccoli plants on both sides. These did a lot better than these because these actually got hit with really hard frosts in April, because it's the first hottest May, it was the 6th coldest April. We're having a really crazy growing season. So we had a little bit of trouble keeping these things going, not having the best broccoli heads on our first ones. But I wanna show you, as soon as we saw the broccoli heading up, as soon as we started to see the florets, we went ahead and intersowed right in between them some soybeans for edamame. So that, as soon as these are done, we're gonna cut the stalk out, leave the root in, and then right up in between that area, that mass, will be those edamame, and those will grow. And then after that, we'll flip something else on the sides of it. So that's kind of the idea. We're always wanting to keep these beds in something. That's the whole goal with our no-till, is to constantly keep something growing year-round, preferably, and sometimes we may have to do a cover crop, but I'd really like to get to the point when it's always a food crop. That's the goal. So anyway, that's about it for now. So if you like this video, please like this video, make sure to subscribe, hit that subscribe bobble whenever it pops up, yeah, otherwise we'll see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.